Well, it's day 16 on my dieta. Had a ceremony last night, and last night was very intense. I drank less medicine than I normally do at these ceremonies, but it came on really strong. Uh, when it hit me, it was, visions of vines just cascading and pouring into me like a waterfall of vines, uh, with just this beautiful green canopy flowing overhead. But the vines were so heavy and so powerful. They were constricting, they were squeezing my brain, they were squeezing my whole being. And interesting thing about this medicine is because it is the spirit of the jungle. It is wild. It is untamed. It could be fierce, it could be aggressive, it could be also very primal and very beautiful. And when it came in, it was just too much. I was almost to the point of tapping out, like I was going to ask for help from my teacher or the curandera here to try to ease some of this super, super intense, just wild rushing vines just pouring into me, just spreading, growing throughout every part of me. So what I did is I just respectfully and politely, in my mind, I asked ayahuasca to just back ease up a little bit, and it did. The cascading waterfall of vines just stopped, kind of just sat there frozen, and it gave me some time to collect myself and regain my composure. And then this phlegm or mucus or something just coming and coming and just pouring down the back of my throat, gagging me, and I kept trying to clear my throat and kept coughing, but it just wouldn't stop. My belly filled with air, and I just was belching and burping, just not feeling well at all. And the mareación, which is the drunkenness they call of the ayahuasca, the dizziness, it was just overwhelming. I was struck at how different the experience was last night to all the nights prior, where things were very kind of solid and planted and rooted and moving in the right direction. So I think last night ayahuasca says, "Okay, you're ready. Let's go in. Let's get some crazy work done here." So I picked up my bucket and I sat there for a while, just gagging on my phlegm, and eventually just started to retch and purge. And I purged several times. It wasn't a lot. Not a lot came out because there wasn't a lot in there to begin with. But the purge came from deep within my stomach. It wasn't just dry heaving like I usually do to clear my throat. It was a significant amount of purging, more so for me than on many other ceremonies. And surprisingly enough, when Maestra came to sing to me, the Mariación lifted. It wasn't spinning. It wasn't all over the place. It was once again very focused and centered. I sat up. I sang with her, and everything just kind of straightened out. And even though the night was still very deep and very kind of in and out, the after Maestra sings to me almost every time without fail, the Mariación lifts. It becomes aligned and straight and directed, and I feel like what's happening, and this is just my mind making rational sense of it, is that the wild nature of the jungle vine and the wild nature of this primal essence that is untamed and is very powerful is tamed by the curandera. When she sings to me, she's also singing to the medicine inside of me, and she's telling the medicine what to do. She's telling the vine what to do. It's it's crazy how, like, the medicine is her, almost like her companion, like an animal that she's known for so well, that loves her and listens to her. And yeah, the night went very well after that. And Maestra sings to everyone. She goes to every single person in the ceremony. She sits in front of them. She sings Icaros to direct the medicine to what it needs to do. So it was very nice. And once again, I got a sense of the difference between sitting here with Shipibo Curandera, who's had over 40 years of mastery with the plants and the dietas and the ayahuasca, and how effortlessly she's able to channel that energy in through her voice and create this space of healing and alignment and straightening of the Mariacion. So yeah, it was an interesting night, and now I'm in the lull of my dieta. It is 8 days of rest, contemplation, isolation, and just kind of soft self-integration. I'm not being guided during these 8 days because the maestra and my teacher have both left. They're going to take a break. So I've been sitting here in this community with just my master plant and the people here that make the meals, but I don't have any contact or interaction to question or probe for insight. I'm just left here for 8 days of solitude and reflection, and then when they get back, the ceremonies will start, and I will also begin drinking my Bobinsana, and after that my dieta will close. And one thing the maestra did last night, she sealed everyone with an arcana, and this is a protective song that kind of puts a barrier of protection around your spirit. And every time the maestra leaves, since she's not here to physically, interact and protect the auras and the space, she protects everyone while she's gone. And so the arcana was bestowed upon everyone that was here. 3 of the people left. They were only here for a couple of weeks. They weren't on dieta. They just came down for ceremony. And so now I'm just going to be here processing the experience, and my entries for the next few days might be limited because I may not discover that much to talk about.